Well, it's a good night to be a Warriors fan or Draymond Green. They take a 3-0 lead here, and if you're Portland, once again, fairly or unfairly, you're going to look to your best two players and say, what happened? C.J. McCollum wasn't bad on the night, certainly offensively. Actually had some moments, but Damian Lillard has really struggled in this series, and through 3 games now, he is, I just had it in front of me, 15 of 46 from the field.
Wow.
That's Damian Lillard. He was first-team All-NBA just last season. He's a great player. What has happened?
I think it starts from the fact that the Golden State Warriors have cut off the paint. Damian Lillard cannot get down the lane and effectively make plays in the paint in this series. Only 2 field goals. Coach, I said only 2 field goals for Damian Lillard in the paint in 3 games. He is 2 for 11 in the paint. I know everybody loves the fancy threes and the step-back threes, but basically the meat of your game is what you can get done in that painted area. If you're struggling to score in the paint, it's going to have a ripple effect and a trickle-down effect on the rest of your game. Dame cannot get down the lane. He cannot get the easy layups to mix in with the tough threes that he normally hits. That's why he has been struggling in this series. Give all the credit to Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors defense. They have an excellent game plan of doubling him, building a wall so he cannot get down the paint, and then sometimes they'll switch it up and they'll just switch the screen and roll. So Dame is trying to figure out what's happening, what defense it is, but he looks a little perplexed and he looks a little confused at times.
He was just 1 of 7 in the paint tonight, 3 of 9 from three-point range. And it's a little bit of a combination of both, as Brendan alluded to, because sometimes they'll go ahead and blitz him out there. He has to get rid of the ball. Other times he's taking a really deep 3. We know he can hit those, but there's step backs, even a step back further than usual.
Before this game, he was blitzed 19 times on screen rolls. That's an incredible number. Like it was just one of those things where he was trying to figure out, where do I go with the ball? And once you get blitzed like that, it has an effect on you. You start being hesitant. And now when they switch up the defense, you try to kind of get mixed and you get caught up in that area of when to go and when to make a pass.
And although he had 6 assists, he had 5 of their 11 turnovers tonight, Coach.
They've got him thinking so much right now of where are they coming, when are they coming. Anytime it's the last shot of a quarter underneath 24 seconds, Damian has the ball in his hands and they wait till it gets to about 11 or 10. Here comes the second Golden State guy saying, we're taking it out of your hands. You're going to have to throw it to somebody else to try and make a shot. And the other thing is, when you go 2-time a player, so many of the other teams, the normal teams, don't have the athleticism or basketball IQ that Golden State has. Damian's going up against pretty long, athletic guys, and you're saying he can't get down the lane because during the regular season, you don't have those same type of guys coming at him, so he can go by them once they try to jump out at him. He can't go by these guys. They keep him in front of him.
Yeah, how many times did you see Jerebko or Jordan Bell or another of the bigs out there on the perimeter causing him problems, and he winds up with 19 points tonight, but a minus 23, which was the worst number of any Blazer tonight.
This is the exact same defense that the Pelicans threw at him last year. He didn't solve it last year, and those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Dame is going to have to look at the film of the Pelican series last year and this series against Golden State and understand when he can pick and choose and find his spots against this type of coverage. Because guess what? When the playoffs come next year, somebody's going to run this exact same coverage back, and he has to have the answers at that point.